Welcome back, folks, to World of Warships Legends. I'm Soopa-Dave, and today's build and play guide is on the new quote-unquote ship, the American battleship Kheper. Now, I don't know if I pronounced that right. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna call it bottled water. Why is that? Because this is something you pay for that you're already getting for free. It's North Carolina, guys. They didn't even change the stats on it. If you did want a premium version of North Carolina to make money, I would totally understand that. With that being said, let's get into the guide here. We're using Riker with Pablo D. Ravel and Cunningham for grouping, Flambeau Cannoneer, Gyrating Drill Bits, Marksmanship, Master Mechanic, and Fight Fire with Fire. For your upgrades, you're using Mods Gun 2 and Propulsion and Concealment in 2 and 3 as always. For your loadouts, you have 5 pretty good heals. They're above average. I'm not saying they're crazy good, but they're above average. Plus, you have the observant seaplanes, which help your grouping. That's one reason we're using Cunningham on this. Because I won't take forever on this guy because it is a North Carolina, right? But one thing I will say, guys, uh, before Tier 7, American battleships can be quite trolly sometimes because they don't have that fourth slot for artillery plotting room. And this is no different. North Carolina, that's why we're building into the grouping to get some accuracy out of it. 58,000 hit points. Main guns, it's North Carolina. It's got 9 16-inch guns. Um, and the shell grouping is 1.87 off of this build, but you can see initially 1.7, not ideal, right? Uh, it's not awful, but these guns still troll you from time to time. As you can see, the horizontal dispersion is pretty gnarly still, and even the vertical is a little bit too much, right? So wish you could get it down a little bit farther. Secondaries are just 4.5. You have a bunch of them. AA defense is pretty good, right? If 5 point or 6.7 kilometers, you're able to really start to get planes down. Plus, you have this massive chunk at 4.7. And if they get by that, you have a chunk at 2.7. So you're going to shoot down a lot of planes in this. AA defense is good, especially at the tier. Maneuverability, not bad. It's pretty average, I would say, on most things. It has a pretty solid rudder, but 760 turning circle, and it's not super fast, so it kind of averages out. Concealment 12.4, pretty decent for a battleship, but to be honest, it's a battleship. You're not going to sneak up on a dead moose in open water. Stats, I'm not going to show you that because I think I got this right away in one match. As you can tell, I have gotten pretty much all these ships in one match. Why is that? Because I know how to play them because they're already another ship, guys. All right. Armor. It's North Carolina. You can angle, but if you get the bow and stern are overmatched by anything over 14-inch guns. But you can angle, so there's no reason to do that. But if you do decide to go broadside, it does hurt, right? This is your citadel. It's very wide citadel at the top, and you can get absolutely hit hard by this thing. I will showcase shooting at this citadel in our match today. As we start the match, it's disclaimer time. This is a beginner's video meant to help people new to the ship or new to the game. This is not meant for professional gamers that know everything there is to know about everything in the universe. There are multiple ways to play and build this ship, and I am a above average player. Not the world's best. I make mistakes. You may see one in this match. You didn't come here for pronunciations. I'm as good as anybody at slaughtering beautiful languages all the time. That being said, we are on neighbors. We spawn middle, we stay middle. Okay? Uh, Ishmael and Bayern show themselves. To be honest, I'm used to having Arthas on my builds. I should have done my shell grouping and my observation seaplane here because I would have had a much better result. As you can see, we only hit 2 shells, but we did do a big chunk of damage. That could have been a depth strike, maybe, if I had got my observation seaplane off. We'll never know. But we'll get back to Ishmael because he's actually going to shoot. And he's going to focus on me pretty good here for a minute. But we're going to take Bayern. It's a better shot available. We use our observation seaplane. Now, Bayern's a little bit closer up than I'd like for a German battleship because you can citadel them from above a lot of times with American battleships. You can see here, we're going to get chunked pretty darn good by Ishmael. So we're going to start to back up and angle to him and kind of just ignore him for the time being. Right? He's going to shoot at us. We're going to let him shoot at us while we're angled. Queen Elizabeth, however, not super angled. Again, we take our shot and we get a pretty solid chunk if I remember right. Yep. And like I said, the thing with this ship, like in North Carolina, is sometimes the guns are going to troll you, and that's just the way it is. I don't feel like they're as bad as Colorado's. Colorado can really troll you. So we're backing up. We're taking some heat. And I'm trying to, like, just settle down here. Except for Graf Spee is sailing completely broadside. Okay? That, we don't shoot, even though it looked like I aimed at waterline, I was expecting him to turn in a little bit. And you can see he did. And you can see we absolutely wrecked him. I was trying to get a little bit above waterline. When I'm in an inaccurate ship shooting AP, a lot of times I shoot above waterline a little bit so that them shells that would normally hit the water will hit the ship. And then also the shells that were accurate will still hit the ship and the superstructure, right? So you're going to get more shells to hit. And he did end up turning in. As we can see, Graspy gets pretty lucky there. We only hit him with 1 shell on the second part. But we are still backing up because we are taking the main beating right now. And while being in the middle, we're able to affect the entirety of the match. We could shoot left side if we wanted or right side. And we're choosing right side right now because it looks like they're going to need the most help. They have the most people charging in. And I want to say kudos to this destroyer. This destroyer spotted like the entire time. Now, granted, there's a lot of open area here, but he didn't just hide in a smoke screen to farm damage. This was a very good Fubuki player. Like, this is, if I had this player on my team, I would be so thrilled every match. This was the one destroyer. I did a lot of these videos all in one day. This was going to be an example where I got really lucky on a destroyer player. And to be fair, I was really lucky all day. The teams were pretty solid. I had some rough destroyer players. But I think today, the day that you guys are, or the videos that you all are seeing, I got almost all of them from like one day. For the most part. 1 and 2 days I got, I think, 10 or 15 videos out of for these new ships. So, I would like to get them out to you even quicker, but YouTube metrics tell me if I do too many videos in a day, it doesn't help. And you guys don't see them because it floods the stream. Or floods the YouTube deal. That being said, we are doing pretty well. We're taking some pretty decent hits, or putting some decent shells downrange. And even though we did most of the damage at Graspy, we have not finished him off. Bayern is actually charging up. We're going to take a shot at Bayern as well here. We did, in fact, kill Queen Elizabeth. And on the second shot, we finish off Bayern. The ship we also did a bunch of damage to. See, I'm keeping an eye on Ishmael, but to be honest, not too worried about him. North Carolina is sailing broadside up towards us. Fubuki's doing a good job having spotted them. And we are actually going to showcase hitting our own citadel. This is, North Carolina is the ship, right? So we're going to showcase what happens when you go broadside in a North Carolina, right? He was lucky more damage didn't come off. If I had shot at him with like Kansas or something, he would have been dead. Also, our destroyer gets a nice couple torps on him. North Carolina also has obviously a good heal, so he's starting to heal that damage back. We want to make sure to finish him off. And we're going to go ahead and push in. We have no threats on the right side now, but Graf Spee, but not too concerned because he went flat broadside. We're going to push up now and try to get some revenge for that nice little hit Ishmael got on us. Now, what is about to happen is about to be robbery. Alright, this Ishmael is 10 kilometers away. This is an American battleship. But look at that, guys. One shell hits him while he was broadside. Oh, he should have been dead there. But these guns, sometimes they're really on target and sometimes they troll you. They're just American. Any battleship below tier 6 a lot of times will do that to you, or American wise. So we do not get that kill. That one's going to come back to bite us. We're going to take a shot at Dido. And because right now he's the only thing we can shoot. However, as we get our Confederate, you can see Graspy decided to pull his head out. And we're going to take the rear turret, adjust this, and try to murder him before he gets behind that island. And you can see that was a little ugly looking salvo, and we only hit one shell and it overpins. We are not going to get the kill on him right there. We should have, but that's okay. Again, when these guns are on target though, I mean, they're pretty darn good and they hurt, right? So, but you can see I'm waiting to try to see if he'll sneak back out again, try to take a pop shot, because I'm not spotted right now. Meanwhile, we're going to go in and charge a cap in this Dido, right? Our Fubuki's been doing a good job. He's going to play smart here again, get close enough to do the actual proximity, the guaranteed acquisition. We're going to take a shot at Dido here to help out our Akazuki. Why this Dido didn't shoot our Akazuki or Fubuki, I have no idea. Right? Is that Akazuki or Fubuki? Either way, he's a good Japanese destroyer player. And Fubuki does end up getting a kill on Dido. There is Pensacola just apparently breathing. If we sneeze in that direction, he's going to die. So we're going to actually work our way that way to try to get rid of him. Graspy does, in fact, poke his head out again. And I get my revenge shot on Graspy. Now, the rest of this match, however, is me trying to get my last kill. And I don't even get an opportunity to do so because Pensacola goes down. And by the time I realize Pensacola's dead, the Hyuga is dead as well. But you guys get a good showcase. It's in North Carolina. If you want a premium version of North Carolina to make some more money, that's up to you. But you can see High Cal Confederate completely, obviously helping our team win with almost a crack. And kudos to that Fubuki, by the way, with 3,000 base game. Ourselves, we 2,700, obviously helping our team win. You guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you folks next time.